Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Battlefield Waltz, continuing Pasha's route. So, we just met Daddy Dearest. Oh, hi. Anyway, that's all. We met Daddy Dearest. It's the most important thing ever. Huh? He's that? Huh? After breakfast, Yuriana and I were walking down the hallway when we saw a crowd gathered by the bulletin board. Oh, mock battles? A mock battle? Let's go! Oh, good morning, you two. Good morning, Nikkei. Morning! Are you going to join the mock battle? I was going to, but Nikkei's question made me rethink my decision. What do you think? Should I sit this one out? No way! Don't be shy! You should definitely join! I agree. Morning! Are you joining the thing today? I think I will. Good luck. I won't go easy on you. Oh, I bet you won't. I mean, what? Oh, of course. All right, let's all sign up. What you doing, Boogie Face? Why did I just call you Boogie Face? I think it's because I was going to call you Buddy and Booger Face at the same time, and it came out Boogie Face, which works, I guess. New nickname, Boogie Face. Oh, Posh! At lunchtime, Posh was lined up right in front of me in the cafeteria. Oh, did you sign up for the mock battle? Of course. I'm aiming for the win today. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Like, okay, so, like, I could see if they were like, oh, okay, like, so Lustin's number 2, and then, like, oh, in his route, he's gonna beat Abel. Like, but, like, that defeats the whole purpose in a way, you know, of, like, sure, I could get that, like, oh, yeah, our boyfriend's gonna be the best of the best in his route, but it defeats the whole purpose of when you're starting in that Abel is literally the best at the school. You know, he's most likely always gonna be the best at the school. Lustin will always be second best. Like, could Posh rank up and be like 3rd? Yeah, sure. But I just find it a little unbelievable that even in his own route, they'd be like, oh, well, we're going to make him be the best. He's going to beat Abel. Even we couldn't beat Abel, and we have a fucking magic sword. Oh, okay. To be fair, Wilhelm tried. But you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like... you know, that would just be weird. Like, if they were doing that. Like, Abel is the best. Except for in your boyfriend's route, then your boyfriend is the best. Then what are you going to do? In Nikkei's route, all of a sudden he's magically good at sword fighting when we know he's not? You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like they shouldn't do that with Posh because that kind of cheapens the other characters. And it almost, like, makes it seem like Posh isn't good enough on his own to be, like coming in 3rd at the school. No. He has to be 1st. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. He can stand on his own as 3rd after Abel and Lustin, you know? Anyway, I'm joining too. I'm already nervous. Unless Abel and Lustin don't join, then you can absolutely win, but... oh yeah? Good luck. Thanks. I'll be rooting for you too. What? Oh, nothing. Let's both do our best. Yeah. He doesn't even know how to take a compliment from a friend. It's because we're a girl. The mock battle began after lunch. The mock battles didn't follow a round-robin format, so matchups were crucial. My opponent for the first round was... Sorry, it's me. I never thought I'd take the win, but I'd hoped to rank near the top like everyone else did. I'm so sorry. It's my motto to be nice to girls, but I can't lose here. I know. He's like, I can't lose on the first round to you. Like, if this were like, you know, just a class thing, they'd be like, oh, he let her win. But like the mock battles, yeah, this is like the real deal. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like, if we were in class and we're having a sparring match in class, then you could throw and be like, oh, you know, I let you win. Like, whatever. That's not as serious as that. This is like the final test. You know what I mean? But not. Yeah. I think you know what I mean. Anyway, Lustin, known to be second only to Abel, seemed unbeatable, but his confidence in victory made me somewhat envious of him. Come at me with all you got. You can even use your cursed sword if you want. I'll do my best. Okay, we'll use the cursed sword, we'll kill him, but... Fighters, take your stance. Yes. Let's do this. Ready? Begin! Ah! It kills me instantly. Like, one-hit wonder. Welcome back. You did well. He knocked me out with one hit. Thanks. I don't feel so down. It's actually impressive how you lasted more than 2 minutes against Lustin. Thanks. I gave a self-deprecating smile. Though I tried my best, I was no match for Lustin. Hey, but we managed to last 2 minutes. His weight, speed, technique, reflexes, I was outclassed in every aspect. But as Nige mentioned, I was relieved I wasn't over with just one strike. It wasn't over with just one strike. No, it took like 2. I'm just kidding. My head was still a bit numb from matching Lustin's serious blows. Oh, over there. It looks like Posh won. Oh. The second round was starting in the arena. I followed Nige's gaze and saw Posh going back. He seems like Posh is in good shape. Oh, is he? He'd been losing a lot recently, but he might just end up in the upper ranks today. I hope so. I want him to do well for me since I lost early. Posh won the third round as well. Speaking of which... If you don't rank at least 4th in the mock battles within a month, you'll join the medics! That was what Instructor Leonidas had said. Considering his personality, I doubted it was a joke. I really hope Posh does well. The thing is like, again, like, you're not going to get 1st or 2nd. It's something you have to rank at least 4th. You do realize it's physically impossible to beat Abel and Lustin, right? So, like, 4th should technically be, like, 6th. Because you're never going to get 1st or 2nd. You're like, you ranked 3rd. Yay, I'm number 1 of everyone else. Because Abel and Lustin are in a league of their own. They don't count. If he wins next, he should at least be in 4th place. The matches went on smoothly, and the 3rd round ended quickly. Then we moved on to the 4th. Oh, it's Posh! I hope he can win. Who's his opponent? As the opponent emerged a bit later, Nike and I exchanged glances. Lustin or Abel? Oh, it's Richard! Kill him! Put him in a body bag! Look. You're not gonna beat Lustin or Abel, you know, but, like, you can beat Richard. Beat Richard. Do it for all of us. What's gotten into you today? This is rare. This is my true strength. No, you just got lucky. I love how he points. I love when he points. He's such a douche. You regret those words after this match. I'm gonna win today. I hope he does. I want you to make Richard eat it. Huh, impossible. You've only come this far because your opponents were weak. Maybe. The luck is part of the game. Well, not anymore. Enough talk from both of you! At the ready! Seriously, kick his ass, Posh. Huh. They took stances and glared at each other. Begin! Right as the instructor signaled the start, their weapons clashed. Posh, please win. I mean, I get it if maybe, like, he's not going to win here and he's going to have, like, a redemption arc a little bit later, but, like, I want him to win against Richard so bad. But, like, because it'd be like, yeah! But, like, would it be better if he, like, lost and then later they do it again and, you know, Richard's like, oh, whatever, you can't beat me, and then he kicks his ass so motherfucking hard, and then you're like, bigger, yeah! You know? I don't know. Posh's agile dodges evaded Richard's sword strikes as he counterattacked. Granted, Richard skillfully parried every swipe from the claws. He dodged Posh's attacks, maintaining his calm expression while swinging his sword. Yeah, I can do this! Fool, the match just started. You don't know yet. I'm doing great today. You say that every time and still lose. I'm doing so amazing today. That's it, sweetie. Keep giving yourself affirmations. As Posh took a big step forward, Richard's body seemed to falter. He did it. It had been an even match until then. All right, time to get serious. You bastard. Their match reaffirmed how uncertain these matches were. Strength was essential to win, but luck and mental fortitude also played critical roles. Creating a winnable situation was crucial. So was the ability to escape from the brink of defeat in unexpected situations. It really seems like Posh is in tip-top shape today. You think so too, Nikkei? After that charge earlier, the momentum had definitely shifted to Posh's side. Richard was strong, but he was caught off guard and failed to regain his composure. Richard, I win! What? Ah! Posh closed the distance swiftly and delivered the finishing blow. Richard hit the dirt, and the shock rendered him motionless. That strike must have been powerful. The winner is Posh! Yeah! Posh won. Oh, that was me, not Nikkei. Sorry. Posh won! I'm so happy for him. Posh raised his fist, walking off with a broad smile. Our eyes met as he approached. He pumped his fist in the air before walking the rest of the way over. CG? No. Congratulations, Posh! Yeah, victory! The results were as expected. Posh lost to Abel, and Abel defeated Lustin. There was nothing new. Despite Posh's recent slump, he managed to secure third place this time. Finally, I'm back in the game! Congratulations! I'm really happy for you. How did you do? I was up against Lustin in the first round, but I gave it my all, so no regrets. Oh, well, you can win next time. Yeah, thanks. He's like, how'd you do? I went out in the first round. What the fuck? I was against Lustin. Oh, yeah, no, you never stood a chance. Posh? It's been a while since you fought well. Huh? I hope you can always be like that. Yeah, I'm back to normal, so everything will be fine now. I see. That's a relief. Look at his giant-ass grin. Huh? Do you remember what I told you before? You managed to avoid it. Yeah? Keep it up so you can win next time. Bye. Yeah. What was that? I think he was worried about you. Worried about me? Him? No way. Really? He's just upset he can't bully me anymore. Aw, he's acting tough. Posh said all that, but deep down I was convinced he was delighted. Instructor Leonidas was known as the strictest instructor at Nirvana. The compliments he gave Posh meant he really showed promise. I'm sure you can win next time, Posh. As long as Lustin and Abel aren't involved. When you put it that way, it's kind of embarrassing. Everyone has off days. Yeah. That's somehow reassuring. Really? But it's the truth. Thanks. What's wrong? You're pretty nice. You know that? Huh? Really? Yeah, I think so. I wasn't used to compliments like that, so I was a bit confused. Oh my god, we're both blushing like idiots at this point. You know it, right? But seeing Posh look bashful made me feel the same way. I'd say thanks, not that's not true. Take the compliment. Awkwardly say that, yeah. Like, awkwardly be like, oh, thanks. Thanks. About today, I felt good in there today, but I think part of it was because you encouraged me this morning. Oh, look at you being adorable. Huh? It's just, no one's ever said that to me before, so it really meant a lot. Aww. Look, he might not be my type, but I told you the route was going to be good, and he's adorable. I was so happy. That's all. Nothing else. Really? Yeah? It was oddly embarrassing. It didn't feel bad, but just somewhat awkward. I'm glad I got to help you win. I'm usually so useless, so... Don't say it like that. You're awesome. Oh, nerds in love. Oh, sorry. No, I should be sorry. I shouldn't have been so down on myself. I subconsciously muttered those words, but him pointing it out made me think. When I first arrived at Nirvana, I was very insecure and always timid. It often made me act subservient. I thought I'd overcome that, but it seems some of it still lingered. I'll be more careful of that from now on. I should head back to the dorm. See ya! Yeah, see you later. After saying goodbye to Posh, I thought of Wilhelm as I walked to the girls' dorm. I wonder if he'll wake up. I glanced at my right hand. He was awake when I fought King Ildis. I checked behind me once before calling out to Wilhelm. Wilhelm, are you awake? Say something if you are. No response. I guess things like this happen. You sure are unstable and unpredictable. I let out a sigh and started walking again. Hi, what you doing? I now only have a right hand. Last part I only had my left hand. But now my left hand is sitting and it is now bird prop. Because he's propped up against it. You're so silly. You could have sat cupped inside my hand. He's like, no, I pushed myself on the outside. The instructor's late. Isn't Leonidas always very punctual? Yeah, did he get a stomachache? Him? No way. Our first class was on weapon theory, taught by instructor Leonidas. I hadn't been at Nirvana long, but all the teachers were usually right on time. Yet today he was 15 minutes late. I wonder what happened. Yeah. You probably eat something bad and get the runs. Or he's sleeping off a hangover. Hangover? At that moment I remembered him during the camping exercise. I heard he loves it. He was holding on to a strange-looking container back then. Leonidas is an alcoholic. But he handles his liquor well. I see him often at Green Drops, but he's never drunk. Yeah, he waits till he gets home to his room. He even has a hip flask on the battlefield. Hip flask? You mean that strange-looking container he had during the camp? Yeah, that. But he doesn't drink a drop right before mission. He has a rule about only drinking if we win without casualties. Oh, wow! I've seen him drinking on the battlefield and just thought he drank a lot. So that's what it means. No wonder. We've never lost before. Suddenly the door swung open and Instructor Leonidas entered. All of you, listen up! His single remark filled the room with a tense anticipation. I could tell from Instructor Leonidas' look that he was about to say something serious. Do you remember the nations called Sinza and... Is it Luhan? And near the... Is it Kahlua Mountain? I want to be like Kahlua Mountains. I don't know, anyway. Whatever, that mountain. Some nodded while others looked puzzled. Yeah, I'm like, what? Where are these places? On the west side of the continent, the largest nations were Milvaria, Digroth, and Azul. But there used to be more of them. It was likely that only a few students knew all the names and geographic locations. The armies of Sinza and Luon are hardly capable. They often have territorial disputes that usually resolve themselves. However, these two nations are currently the closest to Romulo on this side of the mountain. There's a chance that Romulo will take advantage of this battle to invade the west. Thus, we must get there and stop the fighting as soon as possible. His voice is hurting me. Does that mean... we get to fight Romulo? Quiet! I'm appalled by your thoughtlessness. Do you even know what this means for you? Sorry. I'll be more careful. That goes for everyone. If Romeo really shows up, this won't be like the past conflicts. Like past, what? Don't assume you'll return alive. The gravity of his words left us all mute. A thick silence fell over us. Looking around, it seemed like no one could fully understand the grim burden we were about to bear. I wouldn't say my experience was more tragic than the others, but I knew there was something that only those who faced death could understand. We'll leave tomorrow morning at 5. Return to your rooms and get ready. The thing is, so, like, I mean, that's what we thought, that Romeo was going to be, like, kind of the overarching big bad. But it's kind of weird that, like, okay, so, like, in Leston's route, it was like, now we're going to deal with his brother being a psychopath and not even talk about the whole overarching Romeo problem. Fine, right? But now Romeo is back to being a problem. But it's like, but we already kind of know that Abel is what's-his-face's son and is basically the heir to Romeo. You know what I mean? Like, you already kind of know this, and it kind of like, so you're like, so Abel just let him kill that guy, and then like what? And like, but so I mean, I feel like that's just gonna be, again, it's kind of like a background thing. Like, we're going right now, but Romeo is still not gonna really be brought up much more than this. You know, although. Was Romeo, were they the ones that was kind of at fault for, like, what was happening? Or do we ever find out, or it was just like, there's a battle that's somewhere near Digrov, then we went, and that's why, you know, I'm assuming it was... Actually, I mean, it would make more sense that it was, Lustin's brother, because they were trying to kidnap Yuriana's boyfriend, but... Anyway, whatever. When I got back to my room, Yuriana was already suiting up in her armor with ease, while I just stood there. My armor, issued alongside my uniform, had been sitting in the room untouched. I felt nervous now that I had to wear it. What's up? Are you putting on your armor? Or do you not know how? Oh, no, I do, but I'm just feeling really nervous. We actually have to go. Ow! Jesus, Bird! Of course. This is your first mission, right? I nodded and grabbed the brand new gauntlet. My first mission was quelling a small rebellion. It ended before I even settled my nerves. We exchanged looks and shrugged. But you'll be fine. Remember, it's just a possibility. We don't even know if Romeo will come. And even if they do, we won't lose. Right. Yeah. What else have we been training for? Thanks, Yuriana. I guess I shouldn't worry too much. It's good to be cautious, but being too scared could be bad. Yeah, you're right. After dinner, I felt restless and decided to go for a walk. Most students in the cafeteria wore full armor, and everything felt different. It's really weird, because, like, why? We're leaving at 5 in the morning, so you put on your armor right now, and then you're walking around in your armor all fucking day? Just seems kind of fucking stupid. Yet the conversations I overheard were just the usual everyday chatter. Asaka and Lustin seemed concerned about me since this was my first mission, but they appeared unfazed themselves. Maybe I'm just scared because it's my first time. I thought to myself as I strolled along. Posh? I saw Posh sitting slumped at the base of a tree. He wasn't exactly hiding, but he had his back toward the alley. What's he doing there alone? I approached to find him holding a paintbrush. Is he drawing something? There was no canvas in sight. I peered closer. He was drawing something on his wrist. What is he doing? Oh, but maybe he's doing something personal and private. Maybe walk away then if we think it's personal and private. No, we talked to him. Okay. In the end, I decided to speak to him. Posh? Whoa! Posh turned around abruptly and dropped his brush. Oh, sorry. You almost gave me a heart attack. I didn't mean to scare you. I saw you, so... Don't worry about it. It's not like I was hiding or anything. Hey, the armor! You look great in it. Really? You look like a full-fledged sword fighter. Thanks. Your armor looks like it's easy to move around in, Posh. But your armor is barely covering anything. Well, I mean, he's got titty armor, you know. Huh? Huh? Posh suddenly blushed, which caused me to do the same for some reason. You should be like, see, Posh, there is no reason you should be ashamed of seeing me in a camisole when I am seeing all of your motherfucking abs right now. You are barely covering a thing. Your armor covers less than my camisole did, so that would really make him embarrassed and it would be funny as hell. My bad. Thanks for the compliment. When he mussed up his hair, pretending to play it off, my eyes focused on his wrist. That... Looks like you caught me. Oh, no. Was it supposed to be a secret? No. Didn't I show you this before? Yeah, you did. It's no big secret or anything, so you don't have to worry. Plus, you've seen it on the hag, haven't you? You mean Lady Ignis? Yeah, right around her belly. I imagined what Lady Ignis looked like and then looked at Posh's wrist. So that's what it meant. Yep. King Yildiz and my old man have it too. It's usually covered by their armor. Really? Everyone seemed to show it off, so I wondered why Posh didn't. Was it that... If you cannot gain the protection, then according to our family's decree, we must strip you of that. Considering what he said, it made sense if that was the reason. Yeah, I don't really want to do it. Feels outdated and honestly, it's embarrassing. I was there, so Posh knows I heard at least part of their conversation. He probably didn't want me to ask about the details. Except, unlike tattoos, this is drawn with a dye made from flowers. That's why I have to keep redoing it. Dyes. Such a pain. Despite his complaint, Posh didn't really look annoyed. Oh, hopefully you're right-handed because it's on your left wrist. Could you imagine? So, like, what the fuck? Like, damn. Ignis is there fucking painting her design on her stomach, like, in a mirror backward. Like, that's complicated. He probably didn't truly hate it. Liston always teases me when I do it in my room, so I draw it on out here instead. I see. So, you know, it's no big deal. Okay. Posh shrugged and offered a smile. One that seemed to lack confidence. It was heartbreaking. Hey, Posh? What's up? I think it's really cool. I really do. It's not girly at all. Huh? You think so? Yeah. I want one on my wrist, but I know I can't because I'm not part of your clan. That much? Absolutely. Posh is like, well, I mean, like, if we get married, you could have one on your wrist, because then you'd be part of the clan. What? What would be worse is like, well, even if we got married, you can't, because you're not part of the clan, but like, as soon as I knock you up, then yeah. Because then you're technically part of the clan because you're carrying my kid. Wait, what? Did I just say that out loud? You're like, wait, you're thinking of marrying me and impregnating me? Damn, Posh, settle down. No, maybe if we marry into the clan, we can have one. And he's thinking about that right now. Then, want me to draw one on you? What? This one's special to me, so I can't draw the same one for you. Oh, I know. There's a perfect one for you. Oh, are they all like individual, unique? Really? What is it? A charm for absolute victory. You'll win this mission, no doubt about it. Sounds wonderful. Please draw it. How cute. All right, give me your wrist. Sure. Oh my god, do we get a CG of this? Please. How cute. How cute. How in the hell are you painting it blue, though? Because yours is like a red-brown color, like henna. That's what I'm assuming. It's kind of like... You know what I mean? Like... Is henna made from flowers? I'm not sure. But, like, henna's a dye. You know what I mean? It's a temporary dye. So, like, that's the first thing I thought of when he said that. So I'm assuming that's what it's based off of. But, like, why is mine blue? The cold touch of the paintbrush on my skin made me flinch. Sorry,
Did that hurt? This paintbrush is a bit old.
No, it didn't. This is a first for me, so it just took me by surprise.
Okay, good. Here I go.
Posh then began to draw swiftly, like a real artist. I couldn't tell if it was a letter or a design, but it was mysterious and stunning. Posh was so focused and enjoying the process that I smiled as I watched him. Oh, we can actually see her armor, see? Like, at least her armor covers most of her except for her shoulders. But, like, whatever.
It'll fade on its own. Give it a week and it'll be gone, so don't worry.
It's a shame it won't last. You put in so much effort.
You wouldn't want it to be permanent.
Really? Honestly, I wouldn't have minded. The design was beautiful, and I would have loved to keep something Posh made for me.
I have to pick the flowers and grass myself to make this dye. It's quite the hassle.
So is this why you know so much about flowers? I thought of when Nika and I were amazed by his knowledge when we went to the forest. Well, that makes sense.
Yep, that's right. I have to know it all or I get punished. Tough, right?
He said it was troublesome and hard. Yet his expression hinted he enjoyed it, which made me worried and sad. Even though he acted like he despised his father and nation, he must have actually loved them.
Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, like, you're putting up a front. You're like, yeah, God, I hate this. Such a pain in the ass. And, like, whatever. He's such a jerk because
You feel like you're failing your family and your nation and all that by, like, not being able to do whatever the fucking rite of ascension is, whatever the fuck it was called. You know what I mean? Like, you're not succeeding in that, so you feel like you're failing them, so it's easier to just be like, yeah, God, I hate this all. God, it's all stupid. Because then if you don't succeed, you're going to be like, well, I didn't like it anyway, instead of being, like, more hurt by failing. You know what I mean? It's easier to put that little wall around you. It made me wonder, maybe Posh was having a hard time. It's almost done. I didn't want to accidentally delve into his troubles, so I switched to a lighter topic.
It doesn't take much time anyway. And I gotta say, it turned out great.
Posh's bright smile made the back of my neck heat up. Huh? Why am I blushing? I was fine when he was holding my wrist earlier, but now it suddenly felt embarrassing. I felt the urge to flee and admired the skillfully drawn mark.
All right, done.
Thanks. I love it. I lifted my wrist to let the moonlight illuminate the mark.
Now our victory is guaranteed.
Right. I wanted to look at it forever. Posh's words and the mark swept away all my worries.
All right, I'm gonna go back and sleep. Good luck to us on the mission.
Yeah. We got up and walked back to our dorms, firm in our belief of impending victory. And then we died. The end. New chapter.
Vanished in hellfire. That does not sound good.
I missed the title of his first chapter, but... The next morning, Yuriana and I arrived at the courtyard a bit early, finding only a few students already there. Hello, good morning. E.T. fingers. Good morning. It's almost time. Yeah. Being too nervous isn't good, but you can't be without tension completely. All right? Yes, I understand. Your placement was widely discussed last night, but we decided to take precautions and place you in the specially formed 5th Company. Specially formed? As you already know, this mission could extend beyond simple suppression. Top-ranked students from mock battles are usually in the 1st Company, but we've spread them to command other companies. The instructor was implying the grave risk this mission had. Lustin will command the 2nd Company, Asaka the 3rd, Richard the 4th, and Posh will command the 5th Company. Yuriana, you'll stay with the 1st Company. Yes, sir! It'll be announced again later, but there'll be changes in the chain of command. Abel will still be in high command, but each company commander can act independently, depending on the situation. And that's how unpredictable this will be. I understand. A 5th Company will handle rear support, which is usually a safe position. I see.
However, that's just our current plan. And depending on how things unfold, you might be moved up to first company. The war situation is too volatile.
I understand.
You can count on us. Oh, but...
Hmm?
Isn't this Posh's first time as a commander? Is it really fine to leave her to him?
We discussed that for a while.
Instructor Alias looked around at the students. Posh wasn't here yet.
We're not questioning Posh's combat abilities at all. However, he had been doing poorly due to mental issues for the most part. We want the mission to boost his confidence.
I'll be there to support him. We support our boy. Yes. I'll be there to support him.
I expected as much from you. I'll be at the base with Digroth Army that'll meet us later. I hope to see you there.
You know, that's not what you should say when you're off to war.
Hope to see you there! We're not going to a party, bro.
Yes.
Oh, yes, sir!
Yes, sir.
Unless I hope to see you there alive.
That's valid, but hope to see you there is something you say when you're like, we're all hanging out and going to Disney or something. You know what I mean? Like, go away, Norton. Stop with your pop-ups. I got in a carriage much larger than those I traveled to Azul and Digroth in, and with that I was off to my first battle. Yuriana was seriously turning her spear. The other students in the carriage were either tending to their weapons or sleeping. Posh had his head down by the window side. He usually chatted with his roommate Lust and her friend Asaka. It's really funny that they put that in there like that. He usually chatted with his roommate Lustin or his friend Asaka, as if we have never met Lustin or Asaka before in this entire fucking game. That is so bizarre. Whether in the cafeteria or classroom, he was seldom alone. I couldn't take my eyes off him. At first I assumed he was silent because his friends were in a different carriage. But the more I watched, the more I noticed him sighing and turning away as if trying to detach himself. Maybe he's nervous since he's commanding a company for the first time. Well, he also said it's not like a strong suit, you know? Or could it be about the protection? Hush. I wasn't sure if I should encourage him cheerfully or pretend I didn't notice. I can only hope Posh would perform well. Then again, I'm in no position to worry about others. My first battlefield. I must do my best with this cursed sword. As I stepped down from the carriage, familiar chilling sounds enveloped me. The clanging of swords and spears, cries, screams, and death rattles.
It looks like we missed the opening ceremony.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They were used to this. By day's end, I'd also start to see these horrific sounds and sights as just normal.
All right, I'll leave the rest to you, Abel. Yes, sir.
With that brief exchange, the other students caught the next order and formed up.
I'm sure you know this already, but we're using a special formation this time. First and second companies to the front, third to the left, fourth to the right. Fifth occasionally support both sides. Sinza and Luon's armies are still new, so military capabilities are likely limited. Our mission is to quickly suppress the war. Let's go.
Could you imagine you just fighting with your friend? You're like, fuck you, and then somebody comes in, all right, all right, all right, all right. I mean, that's basically what we're doing. We're the teacher breaking up this schoolyard fight.
All right, let's go, Fifth Company.
Yeah. Posh called out with the usual cheer in his voice as he dashed forward. Right? I summoned the cursed sword and followed him, feeling a bit relieved.
I got the first kill.
Like, damn, lust and bloodthirsty. Ah! The soldiers from the two nations were already near before I noticed. Following Lustin's strike, other sounds of battle erupted around us. Could you imagine, though, but again, you're in a battle, it's like the two of you fighting over something, and all of a sudden a third army just comes in and tries to kick all your asses, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Who invited you? What the fuck? You're not even on a side. You know what I mean? Abel's group was ahead of us, but they quickly scattered.
You okay?
Of course. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared, but I was no longer alone. Everyone was with me. Her sword, please, lend me your strength just like before. You're like, come on, Wilhelm, there's blood to shed. An azure light exploded before me, and I sighed in relief. I knew I shouldn't rely on it too much, but the light was reassuring. Also, Wilhelm, when you're trying to talk to him, he's like, yeah, whatever, and then all of a sudden he's like, I smell blood. Woo! Now we're the strongest.
Thanks, let's get going.
Whoa, that's awesome, thanks! Posh and the others charged ahead. The flag of Sinza was in sight. I took a deep breath, gripped the cursed sword, and followed their lead.
Cursed sword girl, I'll take your head!
I stood firm and deflected the man's sword.
Damn you!
I mean, that's what you get for warning me.
Cursed sword girl, I'm sneaking up on you from behind!
Well, I mean, you told me, so. I can win! After the second strike, I knew I would win. I kept my guard up, and handling the impacts was as easy as we were told. These foes weren't experienced in battle. We weren't suppressing external enemies, so we avoided killing as much as possible. This is it! I swung the cursed sword at his right arm. Ow!
Ugh!
Blood, warm blood splattered onto my shoulder. The distant sensation and the rust smell were dizzying.
Damn it!
His sword fell as blood poured from his arm. He couldn't fight anymore. I rushed to the next opponent. Another and another. I kept fighting. Soon all fear vanished and my mind cleared. Though this was all just a suppression, they would still attack me. I had to fight or I would die. I had to point my blade at them to survive. The smell of blood no longer bothered me. I simply continued to wield my sword. I wanted to survive and return safely to Nirvana with everyone. That was my only motivation now. I truly believed I would live, together with everyone. That we'd all go home without a single loss, until the moment they arrived. Suddenly, I heard an ominous horn sound.
What was that? It's not over yet, right?
Though we had the upper hand, fierce battles were still raging everywhere. It's not over, right? And the horn sounded again. Most students stopped fighting, and then...
It's the Romua flag! What?
He wasn't close, but I could hear Abel's sharp voice clearly. So did everyone else. No way! Lustin, who was ahead, stared into the forest. Abel and Lustin took combat much more seriously than we did. They were always focused, and yet they were looking at the forest in disbelief. I cautiously looked up. Oh. As twilight approached, I saw it clearly. That ominous sight. No.
That emblem!
I remembered seeing Romua's flag in class. Back then I thought it was a distant country with a very lavish black and silver emblem. You're kidding! The cavalry, adorned with that extravagant insignia, was staring directly at us.
I knew they'd come, but we won't lose!
Pasha's declaration snapped me back to reality. Now was not the time for fear. Instructor Leonidas had predicted that Romua might take advantage of the chaos to strike. All right, now, weak army over here and weak army over there. We gotta fight super tough army up there. I tried my best to remain calm.
It's a trap!
Just as I gripped my sword to stay calm, Abel's shout stopped everyone in their tracks. I looked ahead at Abel's company and saw something shocking. Seconds ago, the Sinza and Luan armies were clashing, and we'd been trying to suppress them. But now both armies had turned to face us. Oh.
Does this mean Sinza and Luan are now under Romua's control?
Hey!
Oh, the Romua...
The Romeo cavalry was thundering down the hill toward us at terrific speed.
Abel, stay calm. We have more than a good chance to break out of this. Yes.
Abel's voice betrayed no nervousness. I was amazed at his strength, maintaining morale even in such dire circumstances.
Do you need a break, buddy? He's very sorry. This is a very, very pivotal part of the game, though. You had to get a little fidgety right now? I know. We could have gone before. Oh my god, everybody's holding their bated breath.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, so they were fighting against each other. Probably like, don't kill anybody, guys, don't die. But there was blood and everything, so you were like willing to fight and like lose your like, yeah, no, totally. You guys, we'll fight each other so you guys can kick Nirvana's ass. Sure. Like, what the fuck? Kind of fucking brainwash motherfuckers are these guys? You know what I mean? Seems crazy. But regardless, like, we got a bunch of high school kids. This is insane. And also, if you knew Romulo might sneak through, you should never have just let Nirvana go on their own. You should have had other armies backing you up. I mean, to be fair, I think that's what Alias was saying. Like, I'm going to go meet up with Digroth and then we'll be right behind you guys. But it's like, you know. So.
All hands, break through the center. If we reach the main road to the south, we can rendezvous with the Digroth army. Fight with all your might until then. 1st to 5th Company, charge forward and file. Do not break formation.
That hurt. Abel barked out orders, rallying all the scattered students. We needed to break through the enemy lines. Our mission objective was no longer suppression. It was survival. Nothing else. You cannot kill any of my friends.
Let's go. We're all going home alive.
I have a feeling that's not going to happen.
All right, let's move out.
We're going to survive. Yeah! Everyone roared, boosting their spirits as they charged forward. All right, Wilhelm, time to kick ass. Abel at the front was already taking hits from the enemy. Wilhelm, please wake up. I wanted his power now, the kind that could help others. Wilhelm! But there was no reply. The cursed sword remained unresponsive, too. You'd be like, Wilhelm, this is the time for you to go berserk and start killing motherfuckers. Then I just have to... I steeled myself and started to run forward.
Hey, we're gonna sneak up from behind.
Huh?
Abel's coming, he's charging head on. That means the enemies are focused on them. So we'll circle around and hit him in the pincher attack. This is the time to outsmart the enemy.
I get that, but Abel told us to...
You are the instructors. All commanders have autonomy, and we're in a totally unexpected situation right now. Which means winning is what matters most.
I know, but...
Look over there. The rear is wide open. Uh-oh. If we strike them from behind, they'll fall apart.
I looked and saw that Posh was right. The enemy's rear did seem wide open. Seems. I don't know. The soldiers of Sinza, Luan, and Romulo were trying to surround us. But they were focused on Abel's company. An ambush from behind, as Posh suggested, could catch them off guard. Uh-oh, are we going to have a choice? But that was only if they didn't notice.
Okay, let's go, everyone.
Posh was already running toward their rear. Is this really going to work out? Following Abel or Posh's orders might not guarantee victory either way. I looked at our enemies. They hadn't noticed us yet. For better or worse, Abel and Lustin were commanding all the attention at the front. It might actually work.
Come on, let's go.
Posh called out to me. Yeah, I hope it works because I wouldn't want other people to die and then Posh feel responsible for that. I gripped my sword tighter and rushed after Posh.
Huh? Wait, where are you all going?
Oh! I couldn't yell back, so I gestured with my eyes toward the enemy's rear. I hoped Asaka would catch on quickly, but...
No! Don't do that!
Asaka's sharp cry made me pause. But Posh and the others were already weaving through the enemy lines. We'll be fine! I reassured Asaka and picked up my pace. Most of the enemies hadn't noticed us yet. Those who did were too disorganized to counter and went after Abel's company. They weren't targeting me, so perhaps they didn't know my link to the cursed sword. It'll be fine. I feel like it's not going to be fine. Oh. If we sneak up behind them... It wasn't like I wanted to be a hero, but wielding the cursed sword came with its pressure to perform well. I checked on the enemies again. Their focus remained fixed on Abel. This is so nerve-wracking. Okay, this should...
Hey!
Instructor Leonidas' shout, much louder than Asaka's, made my entire body tense up. He looked at me with raging eyes. Oh. He didn't say anything, but he was clearly trying to stop me. He's telling me not to go. Then, I guess I shouldn't? But everyone else is already gone. Wait, maybe I should stop them. In my panic, I tried to think clearly. I could still catch up to them and then regroup with Abel later. I'll bring them back! I shouted to the instructor and Asaka, who crossed swords with the enemy behind him. Now nearly alone, I dashed forward to catch up to Pasha and the others. All I focused on was what lay ahead. That's why I didn't notice the presence of death itself. Oh, Igor. See, that's the thing. You shouldn't have, tried to go. You got cut off. If you were with Posh when they raced off, but you got stopped by Asaka, and then you get stopped by, and then you're going to keep... Yeah, this is our own fault.
That's her! The girl with the cursed sword!
I couldn't believe my ears. Just seconds ago, I had been invisible. And unfortunately, I knew who that man was. By the way, did you notice Igor of the Romulan Empire walking along? Oh, so you don't recognize him yet. The one who led the way was their Lieutenant Igor. I don't know if that was supposed to be... I don't remember if Abel said that or Sarazar did, but whatever. Igor.
We're in luck! Who knew we'd meet here? Do not kill her! Capture her alive and we'll offer her to King Razian!
I didn't mishear his voice. There was no mistaking it. The man on the jet black horse, staring at me coldly, was the man from Azul's capital. I have to run. No, Wilhelm needs to wake the fuck up. I had no idea what was happening. I wasn't sure how much of this was planned. This could have been set up just to trap me. Here's the thing. If you get captured and brought to Razi and all that, wouldn't that have made a better plot in Abel's fucking route? Abel has to come save you and he's like, yeah, fuck my dad. Right? You know what I mean? And then he brings down fucking Romua and you know what I mean? Wouldn't this have been a better... Although it's too similar to Lustin's if you think about it. Okay, let's be real. At the moment, they're not really changing up the plot much, are they? Lustin's brother kidnaps us and then, whatever, and now, Abel's dad's henchman is gonna kidnap us. And Abel's gonna be a king, Lustin's gonna be a king. Lord knows Posh is gonna be a king. Posh is all goofy and awkward with talking to girls and flirting. Abel's all goofy and awkward talking to girls and flirting. You know what I mean? It's not that in any other game everyone's completely unique. There's always... But it just feels like they used a lot of the same tropes here. Not complaining. Still enjoying this game. But it is kind of obvious when you're you really didn't, You were yeah, something... Why don't we just have the family kidnap her? Didn't we already do... Shh, it's fine, it's fine. No, but we'll do that, but instead of in Abel's route, we'll do it in Posh's route, where it doesn't make as much sense. You know what I mean? Doesn't really make much sense for Abel's father to kidnap me and sure, okay, but it just feels like it should have been very more in Abel's route, because now Razian and Igor and Ramu are just going to be a little bit more of a bigger play here. I get in Abel's route, the whole thing was there's a spy for Romua, and then you find out Abel is basically Razian's bastard son, and that's a whole well, then he could be the spy, but you kind of knew he wasn't, so I don't know. Since we can't see death itself, we never know when it's already upon us. I know. Nikke's words echoed in my mind. Okay, that was Nikke then.
After her! Try not to injure her too much!
He sounded as if he spotted a rare animal. Igor's cavalry charged straight at me.
Hey!
Posh! Posh noticed that Igor's cavalry was after me. I was gonna say, I was thinking, like, unless Posh jumps in and saves us right now, that would be awesome. But, like, if we get captured by Rosine, it's gonna be very odd.
Damn it! Those Romuva bastards! What are they doing? So they're after the cursed sword after all. Don't worry, I'll save you.
I bet you will. You better. Posh! Posh's company ran towards me. They initially aimed for a pincher attack, but they veered south. What do I do? What could I have said in that moment? Don't come, it's dangerous? I might have said that if I were an ordinary girl. But I wasn't. Romuva should never possess the cursed sword. I hated the idea of being protected. But realistically, I needed help now, and Wilhelm's being a useless fuck. Wilhelm, wake up! I shouted and ran. Please, Wilhelm, just for a moment. Please, save everyone. Silence was the only reply. I held back tears as I desperately ran. Wilhelm, there's so many people you could kill! Being captured or killed wasn't an option. I had to run. I had to survive. Wilhelm! Wilhelm, please wake up!
Okay, just shut up already.
He's gonna sound too much like Posh right now, sorry. I couldn't see him, but I could hear his voice inside my head. Thank God, God! Jesus! Sleeping Beauty? Wilhelm, you're awake!
It just happened to be.
Whatever, please help me!
Help you? Then stop running and fight. I'll beat them all down.
That may be true, but Wilhelm's words made me freeze.
Hey, what are you doing? We have to run.
My body jolted when I heard Posh, who had sprinted up to me.
We're heading into the forest towards the main road. We can't join Abel anymore.
What? I looked around and found that Abel's company was now far away from us. Did they do this on purpose? No, that can't be.
After her! Do not let her escape! Come on, we have to go!
Posh pushed my back, urging me to run.
What? You weren't gonna kill them?
Wait, I'll do it later!
Later? Kill them now!
Posh, I'll fight with the cursed sword!
Huh? You're joking, right? You said it was unstable!
Yes, so I'm gonna need you to bring my body back to my father, Harry! It's fine! Wilhelm's awake right now!
Look, even with the cursed sword, humans don't stand a chance against a cavalry.
Huh?
They can trample you! Come on, run!
Most of the Nirvana students were infantry, and the cavalry numbered under 50. The path to the forest was a sharp slope, so we managed to get away in time, but they could catch up once they passed that point. Posh was right. With that many horses after us, I'd be trampled before using the sword. Flashback to our village. No! Not now! Calm down. I must... Hearing that ominous bell in my head, all the fear I'd forgotten came rushing back. Everyone... I knew confusion was setting in. Despite that awareness, I couldn't stop it. I knew I had to stay calm, but it felt like I was losing control. Anxiety and panic overtook me, and I started to tremble. I have to run. I have to get away. Fear struck as I doubted Wilhelm and the cursed sword. Sounds of hooves approaching terrified me. No. Before I knew it, I was crying as I ran. Wilhelm's trying to confuse you so that he can, take over.
This way! We'll hit the main road!
Yeah. We ran through the underbrush desperately. Nobody spoke of fighting back with the cursed sword. Our only thought was to reach the Digroth army awaiting us ahead. Water sounds. Is that a river? The air was damp and cold, perhaps due to the night or a nearby river. The chill made running more exhausting. More exhausting than when we ran laps at Nirvana.
Hang in there! We'll cross that bridge!
This bridge looks terrifying and I don't want to cross it. I think we should just fight the horses. But we're going to stop here because it's oh, hey, we caught up with them. So that's a good sign. Anyway, going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.